Red Hook's waterfront is known for its parks, local businesses, and IKEA. But it is also one of the last working waterfronts of New York City. With 122 acres of manufacturing land, known as the Brooklyn Marine Terminal. This port receives containers of fresh produce and stores lumber. It sends people on cruises and transports trash out of the city. Its history goes back to the Civil War, when it was the city's largest port. Today, some silent ships are a reminder of the waterfront's past. Andrew Genn is the former senior vice president of the Economic Development Corporation. He believes that the working waterfront is crucial for a city surrounded by water.
In many ways, it's like the Swiss Army knife of the port that really is positioned to serve New York City businesses and residents.
On September 22nd, an advisory task force of elected officials and local leaders approved a plan to redevelop this area. Led by the public-private group called the Economic Development Corporation, this $3.5 billion plan intends to reduce the industrial waterfront by half. In its place, luxury high-rises, impacting not just Red Hook, but also the neighboring Columbia Street waterfront district. Officials say the money made from this development will give millions of dollars for the deteriorating public housing projects in Red Hook. The EDC also plans to build some affordable housing and make the port electric rather than diesel. The port does need attention. It has suffered decades of woodworm attacks on the piers and ineffective maintenance. James Morgan has lived by the waterfront for 30 years. He is a member of the Voices of the Waterfront, a community coalition advocating against this development.
Out of order, where the studies are done after the project are approved instead of before the project is approved. This is a transit-starved area. We're at least a 20-minute walk from any subway station.
There are no clear plans to improve transportation into the area. James isn't alone in his fear of how the development will change the character of surrounding neighborhoods. Hundreds of community members have come together to discuss their concerns, from traffic to sewers. Carolina Salguero is a Red Hook resident who founded Portside New York, a local nonprofit located on a ship.
The idea that there would be thousands of condos put in here caused concern for all sorts of reasons, from traffic to you're gentrifying the neighborhood to why this is a flood zone to our sewer system can't handle it.
The plan is for 6,000 units, 30 to 40 stories tall. Right now, the Red Hook Grain Terminal is the tallest building on the waterfront. It's 12 stories tall. Senator Andrew Gurnardis, co-chair of the task force who voted to approve the project, believes the redevelopment of the waterfront is necessary.
Look, I understand that people have different views as to what this site should be. There have been people who have suggested the whole thing should be a park. There have been people that have contacted my office and said the whole thing should be maritime. There have been people that said the whole thing should be housing. We came up with a plan that was approved by a supermajority of the task force of local community members, industry stakeholders, and city officials and elected officials that had a compromise of all three of those different ideas in different forms. It preserves and creates a plan to preserve a working waterfront here when right now the piers are collapsing into the East River.
Locals agree that repairs are needed, but many protest the proposed plan because it privileges luxury real estate.
The port land is really public land that serves a massive public good.
I am concerned because the smaller it gets, the harder it is for it to be a modern marine terminal. Size does matter. Having space to work with large, these giant cranes that move the containers around the yards. Trucks that pick up cargo need places to turn around.
While the waterfront project has been approved, There are many steps ahead before construction begins. An environmental review is next, and residents are preparing for a long battle ahead.
We feel besieged and we're exhausted. We don't trust them and we're not giving up. We're in this for the long run.